The RV travel lifestyle can feel like a perpetual vacation, and that is okay because that's one of the things we love about it. But vacations tend to make you lose all inhibition, YOLO, and all that. Have you ever gone on vacation for a week and you come back and you've gained 7 pounds because you ate out too much or you had one too many cocktails?
You fat, reckless fat pig.
Well, when every day feels like a vacation, that can get old real quick.
Really?
Really?
So today I want to share with you 13 things that make me want to cook in my RV. Hi there, I'm Leanne, and this is Making My Abode on the Road. For me, these things have to meet 3 criteria. Number 1, fast and easy. Number 2, healthier than like eating out or convenience food. And number 3, just makes cooking generally more enjoyable. I actually really enjoy cooking, but sometimes I have those days where I just don't feel like cooking, and sometimes I give into it, and that's okay to give into that sometimes. But I have found that these things make me stop and think, okay, I can make this instead, and that's quick and easy, and it'll be fine, it'll be good, even when I don't feel like it. The first thing, an air fryer. They're so fast and easy. I think it probably uses less energy because you don't have to wait for like the oven to heat up for an hour. Number 2, a well-stocked and organized pantry and spice cabinet. It looks like I have a ton of spices, and I do have a lot, but I could actually fit all of these spices on just one shelf. It's just that it's spread out and put into all the little bins and organized so that I know where everything's at and I can just get in there and get what I need instead of having to dig through stuff and be knocking things over. I just wouldn't cook, like, forget it. In the pantry, I pretty much have everything I need to whip something up really quick. So I have a bunch of different hot sauces, canned goods, plenty of pastas and rice, vinegars and oils, all my dry goods, more canned goods, potatoes. Even if my fridge was bare and I only had maybe like some eggs, I could cook up a egg fried rice and it would be delicious. I know where everything is, so I don't waste a bunch of time trying to find stuff. Number 3, wooden utensils. There's just something about using a good old wooden spoon. I don't know what it is. It feels good in your hand. I don't know what it is, but I love it. They bring kind of a rustic warmth into the kitchen, and they look really nice. They last a long time. They're actually very durable, especially if you care for them properly with oiling them and all that kind of stuff. They're better for you, better for the environment, you know, less plastic. They also won't react with certain foods, like acidic foods. You won't get a weird reaction that would make it taste funny. They don't leach chemicals and microplastics into your food. And they're naturally antimicrobial and antibacterial. And they're cheap. There's something about a pristine, clean kitchen that makes me just want to get in there and mess it all up. It's all a lie. Seriously though, nobody wants to cook in a dirty kitchen. Number 5, a hand mixer. Before we moved into the RV, I had a big, giant KitchenAid stand mixer that I obviously couldn't bring with me. So I swapped it for a handheld KitchenAid mixer. And I love it. I can still make pretty much all the same things that I made in the big stand mixer. I can't make a video like this and not bring up my Instant Pots. I love them. I have a mama one and a baby one, and I use them both often. I was actually missing the little baby one last night. I made chicken tacos, and I usually make rice, and I usually do the rice in the little one and then the chicken tacos in the big one. And I had to do a whole swap situation because what happened was we got a few mice. That was at the last spot in Arizona, by the way, the boondocking spot. We picked up 3 mice. There might have been more and they might have gone out, but we caught 3 and haven't had any since. But they got down in the underneath the kitchen sink and they chewed up the ring. So I need to buy a new ring for the little one, and that's why I couldn't use it. I will say an Instant Pot isn't for everybody. Not everybody likes them. There is a learning curve, so if you get one, you got to learn all the stuff and how to use it, and you know, because it's a little different than like a crock pot or something like that. And once you get the hang of it, it's amazing. If you're thinking about getting one, maybe borrow one if you have a friend that has one. Or you could look at thrift stores. I've heard of people finding them at thrift stores for really cheap. If you want to bake things in your RV oven, you definitely need something, some kind of barrier to go between the rack in your oven and the bottom shelf. Not the bottom, but the bottom that's right above the flame. Otherwise, everything you cook is gonna burn. I use a thermal shock resistant pizza stone. I've had this one since we first started 4 years ago, and it's been totally fine, hasn't cracked. But I have also heard that people have good luck using a pizza steel. No one wants to cook in the RV if everything's just gonna burn. Speaking of steel, stainless steel kitchen items are amazing for the RV kitchen. Here's why. They're non-toxic, super versatile, lightweight, lighter than glass. They're extremely durable and affordable. Here's a few of my favorites. I have the stainless steel ladle. You definitely don't want to go dipping a plastic ladle into a hot pot of soup, because the second you do, millions of microplastics could potentially leach into your food. And plus they don't last long and they're kind of ugly. Next, I have this casserole pan. I use it to bake lasagna, I make casseroles, cakes, and I cooked our Thanksgiving ham in it. And bonus that it comes with a lid. I love that. It's so nice to just bake something. The lasagna, once it's cooled, I put the lid on and throw it in the fridge. When I put it in the fridge, then I can stack things on top of it instead of having foil or plastic wrap or something like that getting all messed up. Next is this flour canister. I love it. I think it looks so nice. I love the whole latch seal situation. It stays nice and airtight. It won't break. It's much lighter than glass. And again, no plastic leaching into our food. And lastly, these tea strainers. I learned recently that tea bags are made of plastic, and so when you use them, it leaches millions of microplastics into your tea, which kind of completely, you know, what's the word? Yes, which completely defeats the purpose. Thank you, Cami. Which completely defeats the purpose, because you usually drink tea to be healthy. There's health benefits, so don't contaminate it with all that plastic. And by the way, the plastic thing is much, much worse when you heat it up. I don't want to make you feel bad for using plastic. I still use some plastic things. It's kind of unavoidable, but I do want to make you feel bad for heating it up, because it's not good for your health. Just don't do it. Anyway, so I have these tea strainers. I got this one from IKEA, and then these two I got from Amazon, and I can use those for sun tea, by the way. I just hang them over the jar and put the lid on and put it out in the sun. They're really easy to use. I just take the tea bag and I tear off the top, and then I just dump the tea into the strainer and do my tea like I normally would. I like to use fresh garlic, and I like to use a lot of it. Chopping or grating a few cloves for a single recipe is just not really practical. So I use this amazing little chopper. I picked this one up on Amazon, but you can find them at Walmart, and you can find them also at Daiso, which is a Japanese home goods store. Kind of like a dollar store, but I guess more like a Family Dollar price-wise. It's nice because it doesn't have batteries, it doesn't use power, just some good old elbow grease. The bottom has a non-slip rubber ring, which is very nice. And by the way, if you process garlic this way, be sure to wash it and cut off the dry ends to prevent mold growth. So I do a big batch of fresh garlic, and I do half and put it in these little freezer cubes, and then the other half I put in a mason jar, and then I put a little bit of oil on it, olive oil, just to keep it from oxidizing. And then I'm good to go for a while. It's so convenient to have garlic like this on hand, and I know what's in it. It doesn't have any weird additives. This is also great for chopping nuts. You can get them really fine, almost to a powder if you want. And you can make a quick, fresh salsa too. It's great for all kinds of things. Just like the Instant Pot, not everyone is gonna want or need a Blackstone. We love ours. We cook on it often, probably at least twice a week. I personally think every RVer needs some kind of thing to cook on outside, whether it's a grill, you know, a little charcoal grill maybe, a Blackstone, a small smoker. It's a package deal. RVing and cooking outside, it just goes together. You can't do anything about it. A good old cast iron skillet, just like the wooden spoons, there's just something about using a cast iron. It's old school. It makes me just want to get in there and fry up some eggs or bake some cornbread. Once again, super versatile from the stovetop to the oven. They're beautiful. They last forever. They're non-toxic. I mean, what more could you ask for from a pan? So there's a couple things here I wanted to show you. This coffee grinder. I like to have fresh ground coffee. This is so nice. Doesn't use any power. Stainless steel. And on the inside where it grinds is, it's not plastic, it's ceramic. The thing I really like about this is this sleeve. This came with it, but see, it holds the crank. So this is the crank where you grind it, but it holds it, and I love that because you can't really have it sitting, you know, like, because it'll fall over and it's just wonky, but so that makes it a little more compact. I think there's 3 different grinds. It works good. I love it. So I will link this in the description below. Actually, it's not going to be the same exact one because they discontinued it. But there's one similar, and then the sleeve is sold separate. So if you already have one of these and you're looking for a sleeve like that, I'll link that below too. So there's that. And then this, my little pour over. I just got this. I picked this up at Daiso. It's like a clay or porcelain. This is really nice. It's working a lot better than the other one I had, which was just, it comes with a carafe, the stainless steel one that I had, and it just wasn't fitting my coffee cup quite right. But I like how it just sits right on the wooden ball lids. That's my coffee. And it just, I like the way it looks. So here we go. Let's make some coffee. Where in the heck is my coffee cup? I showed you guys this coffee cup a few videos back. I'm still loving it. This thing should last forever, which is the point when you buy a cup like this, right? So I'm very happy with it. Isn't that little scoop so cute? I got it at some little specialty tea store in Moab, Utah. At first, this grinder was a little bit, it was a little stiff, but maybe it was me, actually. Stiff. The lure of a good cup of coffee makes me want to get up in the morning and go cook a delicious, healthy breakfast. I feel like everyone has their own idea of what a good cup of coffee is. We all have our own little coffee ritual that helps us get going in the morning. I used to be a Keurig user, but when it broke, I decided to do something different. So now I do pour over coffee. This cup keeps it hot for so long. Piping hot. That's the way I like it. Oh yeah, that's good. I think when you enjoy being in your RV kitchen and the things that are in your kitchen are enjoyable to look at and to use, if they're good quality and make your life easier, you're gonna wanna get in there and cook. We'll be starting an RV renovation series in January, so make sure you subscribe. You're not gonna wanna miss that. If you liked this video, I recommend watching this one next. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.